Man, what's going on, people? I never understood how this guy be getting so much information on guys. I really don't. But we about to check it out and see what's going on.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Jacksonville, Florida rapper Kenny Caps, a Julio Foolio associate who was taken down by the feds after Foolio's murder.
Right.
By now, everyone's well aware of what took place over a month ago with Julio Foolio being killed.
Right.
All 5 of his accused killers are sitting inside of the Hillsborough County Jail in Tampa and awaiting trial. But the sad ending of his story is just a twist and turn in another. Kenny Caps, an affiliate of Julio Foolio, could be seen celebrating with him in his final hours.
Right.
On the news
Letting everybody know.
He
Letting everybody know where the fuck yo at. Just letting them know.
his respects through Instagram that same day, stating he knows Foolio is at peace. But even during his time of mourning, the feds show no sympathy. July 24th, 2024, the feds announced 22-year-old Robert Howard III, who's more commonly known as Kenny Caps, was being indicted on 2 counts for distributing 50 grams or more of meth.
Damn.
If convicted on both counts, he faces a minimum mandatory 10 years and up to a life sentence in federal prison.
I'll take the 10 years instead of that fucking life shit. But what if you accept the motherfucking first one with the state? Do you still gotta go to the Fed? Do you? I don't know nothing about the jail shit, man.
According to the affidavit, on June 11th, an undercover ATF agent communicated with Kenny through iMessage,
What's an
who
ATF
agreed to
agent?
sell him a half-pound of meth for $850. 2 days later, ATF agents, along with detectives from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office,
That's why it ain't worth it, y'all. This is why it's not worth it. A lot of the rappers put this in their head to be like trying to fit in that cool shit. You hear that? Yo just agreed to a whole agent. That's the risk you gotta take with being that street guy y'all wanna be. Sometimes you need some more sales. You need some more sales when it's going low. He just agreed to an agent.
participated in a joint operation. They'd equipped the undercover with audio and video recording equipment,
Damn.
along with $1,300 in
Look
cash.
at that.
At 1:30
Easy.
p.m., the undercover went to an address on Polk Ave, texting Kenny he arrived.
Oh,
Kenny walked out, got into the passenger seat of the undercover's car, and passed him the white bag in exchange for the money. After a short discussion, Kenny advised the undercover he could sell coke for reasonable prices.
this is life y'all want though. This is life y'all want. I don't want that shit. Y'all can have it. Keep it. Fuck all that fucking street money. I'd rather grind and grind and grind and grind. This YouTube. I'm not no street nigga. I don't want to be fucking clutching, hoping that the nigga. Man, I'm hoping that the nigga next to me not about to blow me. This probably your man's. I'm new to yo. This probably your man's. I was trying to get my head blown off because you already had that shit whole set it up. Yo, y'all don't gotta go through this. I'm for real.
At 1:35
These niggas
p.m.,
are crazy.
the undercover was on his way back to the briefing location.
I hate when everybody gotta be
At
street,
the ATF
yo.
Jacksonville Division office, audio and video will be downloaded to a compact disc. Kenny could clearly be seen selling to the undercover, was
Clearly.
easily identifiable, and according to the ATF, the home that the deal went down at is Kenny's residence.
Oh my
The bag
god.
would weigh out to 272 grams, testing positive.
Oh my god. These street niggas are about the dumbest motherfuckers, boy. Oh my gosh.
Methamphetamine. So the feds essentially caught Kenny in a calculated trap, leaving him with no option but to plead guilty, as there isn't much to fight when you're on video at your house.
Where did he
serving the
find
feds.
this guy?
But why did they wait? The feds had him on June 13th. Julio would be killed on June 23rd. But it wasn't until July 24th when Kenny would be arrested and violate his probation.
Ooh!
It's like the feds waited to see how Kenny would react, knowing his history. See, Kenny was no more than just an affiliate of
up in that fucking pot.
And back in 2018, his name would ring. Within the city of Jacksonville, two high schools would become known for their violent rivalry. You had William Raines on the north side and Robert E. Lee on the southwest side. Back in 2006, a 13-year-old was shot in a drive-by on his way home from a Raines game. In 2007, two students were shot after a Raines vs. Lee game when someone fired 15 to 20 times outside the stadium. In 2012, a fight after the Raines-Lee game ended with a 20-year-old being shot. In 2016, the sound of a falling grill resembled a gunshot, leaving players taking cover on the field as fans ran for safety. And in 2017, players took off running mid-game after an off-field commotion and rumors of something happening. By 2018, Raines wasn't taking any chances. 30 police officers, 20 additional security guards, metal detectors, and wands were believed to be enough to keep the game safe.
Wow.
Roughly 4,000 people had shown up to watch, and by halftime the game had to be stopped, with players on both teams being instructed to get down on the field after a disturbance on Lee's side of the stands. The game would continue, and Lee would eventually beat Raines 16-15, ending the reigning state champions' 13-game winning streak. 3/4 of the fans in the stadium had left, and the teams had just made it to their locker rooms when gunfire erupted.
Damn.
Yeah, we are just now getting confirmation from JSO that this is going to be a triple shooting. 2 people injured. 1 person is deceased. Let me step out of the way here. If we zoom the camera in right there, that is going to be the area where that field house is located. Again, we're just outside of the stadium here, Raines High School. Earlier tonight, Raines took on Lee High School. Everything appeared to be fine during the game, and then this happens.
As I was saying that, I'm listening to pow, 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 pow. I'm a Vietnam veteran. The bullets was going this way. I know which way the bullets was going. Everybody was running, and they was right in this area right here, was shooting. Pow, 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 pow.
And this was after the game.
After the game.
Officers would find 19-year-old Gerard Adams shot in the head, pronouncing him dead by the ticket area just outside the stadium. A 17-year-old male was found shot in the arm, and a 16-year-old female was shot in the foot. A wound that would leave her physically disabled. Speaking with police, one of the victims would claim Robert Howard, a.k.a.
And you know she mad. Bitches love they feet. She mad to see that in her foot.
Caps, shot him. Upon further questioning, he admitted he never saw Kenny with a gun, but provided details about an earlier dispute where Kenny told him, "Somebody going to die tonight." 2 additional witnesses would come forward, stating they saw Kenny with a gun the night of the game. One would claim to have seen a confrontation between Kenny and the 17-year-old surviving victim during the game. He then saw Kenny approach Gerard after the game in the courtyard, where he pulled a gun from his waistband and aimed it at him. The witness didn't see him shoot, as he'd already started running away, but 25 seconds later he heard the shots. That same witness would identify Kenny by photo lineup. The second witness says she saw Kenny, who she personally knows, confront Gerard after the game. She'd claimed to witness Kenny pull the gun from his waistband and shoot Gerard in the head. As she was running away, she heard more gunfire, and when shown a picture, she identified Kenny as the one she saw shoot Gerard. Multiple shell
Kenny was out here drilling,
and later testing would confirm all shots were fired from one gun. Detectives would determine a fight broke out between Kenny and the victim. They were both ejected from the stands, but made their way back into the game. That's when detectives believed Kenny targeted the 2 males, shooting them both as the female was shot by a stray.
Now, for y'all Y'all hear that, females? For the females that look at my videos and y'all hearing this video with me, these are the females that usually we want to be around these idiot fools. So, just let you know these niggas got options. I even be hearing nowadays that the girls be with the niggas that be saying, yeah, fuck their eyes. Fuck. They don't even know what the fuck their eyes is. They just ain't fuck them too because they with what they think look cute. Just know, when them niggas is blown that, oh, you better be ducking and probably clutching with them.
18-year-old Kenny's mugshot could be seen all over the news as it was announced he was arrested at his school and charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder for the triple shooting. Sheriffs announced the shooter and both male victims all have associations with known criminal street gang members. Kenny was from the north side of Jacksonville, the same area as Rains High. Gerard, the victim, was more commonly known throughout Jacksonville as Spaz, and he was from a hood on the east side known as 1200. Many rumors have spread over exactly what took place on the night of the game, with another major name being brought up. It's said that Kenny was with Adrian Gaynor that night, and Adrian would be famously known throughout Jacksonville drill as Bibby. According to Reddit rumors, Kenny and Bibby disrupted the game when they got in a fight with Spaz and his friend named Will. It's actually believed Bibby was the one who fired the fatal shot killing Spaz, while Kenny shot the friend. But somehow, witnesses were only able to identify Kenny. 1,353 days later, Kenny would plead guilty to reduced charges of manslaughter and aggravated battery.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, the charges were reduced because of the witnesses. Say Cheese would interview Kenny Caps, where he would speak on the fact that the witnesses told but refused to testify. Kenny,
y'all some different breeds, boy. Y'all a different breed, boy.
He sentenced to 15 years on a split sentence, meaning he'd have to serve 5 years in Florida State Prison with the rest of his time to be served on probation.
But you know what? They probably didn't testify because back in them days, if he was selling that, if he sold that to Andy, yo probably was making money, and they probably already knew, like, this nigga just got this happening to him. You think I want to be involved with that shit? Hell no. These niggas dumb. They'll come do that shit. They'll come hit me up and they don't give a fuck if they go to jail saying like.
He'd received credit for the 3.5+ years he spent in county jail.
Right.
And would only spend 17 months inside of actual prison before being released.
Oh.
While some would say he got a good deal, everything comes with a price.
Okay.
While he was in jail in 2019, 16-year-old Bibby was killed inside of the Hilltop Apartments.
And gunfire erupts inside of Northwest.
That's the guy he was with.
Complex that leaves this 16-year-old dead. Neighbors say that the shooting sounded like a war
That's
zone.
The guy he was with.
70 rounds had to be dropped.
Yo.
In the course of maybe 15 seconds.
Bibby would always be praised by Julio Fulio, but would also become one of the most dissed names in Florida drill. Only 8 months after Bibby's death, Kenny's father, Pokey, would pass away.
Oh.
Granted a furlough by the courts, Kenny was transported to his father's funeral in handcuffs and a uniform, as can be seen in a picture with Julio Fulio.
I thought he was out of jail.
Kenny would be released from prison in May of 2023, and 2 months afterwards start dropping.
Hey, yo, look.
As can be, Kenny was transported to his father, Fulio.
That's cute shit. This is the kind of shit that get a motherfucker. Let's say your average Joe and all this other shit. You only probably getting like 12 likes in your pictures and shit. Yo, this will get you 500K likes on your picture. Whole hood banging. You banging. This is cool. This is cool. This is what they consider cool nowadays. This look cool.
Kenny would be released from prison in May of 2023, and 2 months
My
afterwards,
nigga in the thing doing, boy.
only lasted 14 months before being indicted by the feds. Kenny witnessed the death of Julio Fulio. He'd also witnessed the violence come back around full circle, as the two Murphy cousins charged as being 2 out of 3 shooters that ambushed Fulio are both from 1200, and both are related to Spaz and his victim. It's unclear what will happen to the remaining 9 years Kenny has on state probation, as this Fed case will take priority, meaning Kenny will have to finish one sentence before finishing the other. Now this is this is a tough situation, right?
Right.
You got a 16-year-old Kenny Caps, who, according to his arrest paperwork, was 5'4" when he got arrested for the triple shooting. 16 years old, 5'4", fighting a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old that shouldn't have even been in that area because they weren't even from that side of Jacksonville.
Right.
I don't know what happens in the fight, whether he's winning, whether he's losing. They end up outside of the stadium. Gunshots go off. 1 body, 2 attempts. Now, 15 years for killing someone and shooting 2 other people is a great deal at the end of the day. I mean, beating the case would be lovely, but 15 years for that is a good deal.
That really is.
The thing is, a split sentence is somewhat of a trap. See, Kenny Caps was only 16 when he caught this case, meaning he never lived in society as an adult or as a responsible adult, right? He's never worked, none of that. He was 16, went to jail for damn near 4 years, and then did another year and some change inside of prison. Came home, lasted 14 months. They're saying he was dealing meth. Apparently they have all the evidence against him. I just think it's weird that knowing he has technically a violent history because of his convictions, right? I mean, he pled out to manslaughter, so he can talk about the shit all he wants. But the feds knew he had a violent history. They catch him for the meth. They got him dead to rights. And then Fulio gets murdered, but they wait another month to see if anything happens.
Of course.
It's almost like everything against him is a trap. You're giving a kid 10 years of probation, that's a trap. And then you catch him doing something, but you want to see if he's going to go and retaliate because you know he's done some wild shit before.
Right.
Now, at the end of the day, we're responsible for our own actions, right? To hear that he only lasted 14 months, it sucks. And to hear that he came home to see one of his close friends get killed is even worse.
Right.
This was the same friend that made it to his father's funeral that he had to show up to in handcuffs. Now, what's my opinion on what's going to take place? I don't know how much time they can offer him in the feds. They say if he's convicted, it's a minimum mandatory 10. To hear that sounds crazy because that would mean if he gets hit with a minimum he's got to do 10 years. And once he's done with that, because he violated probation, the 10 years of probation he has, he was only out 14 months, so he has about 9 years left. It's very possible he could go to the feds, do his time in the feds, and then be transferred from a federal prison right back to the Florida Department of Corrections to finish out that 9 years.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, it's a dirty game. And that's how they play. When you're dealing with the feds in the state, the punishment isn't together.
Right.
It's 2 completely separate entities.
That's crazy.
So there is a chance he could get hit with 10 in the feds, have to do 9 in the state. Y'all do the math.
Damn, boy. Homeboy was young, I ain't gonna lie, but it's like, man, some shit be just like you grow up around it. But this should be like, come on, bro. All you niggas getting the same fate. It's only like the shine light be on one person. Like Fulio. Alright, he had the money, he had the thing going on. But that's only him. All the motherfuckers around, nobody really even know who. Alright, they're connected to Fulio. Okay, we selling big dubs and this and that. But y'all know what the fucking end route is. Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all know what the end route is. It's either dead or you dealing with this. So that's what I just don't understand. Like, Why even try to get sucked into it? Yeah, you see a nigga walking around looking like, man. And then some motherfucker probably have my mindset of, I'm gonna get some money and then dip. No, it ain't gonna go like that sometimes, man. Sometimes it gets sticky. Sometimes it gets sticky, y'all.